Well, hello, and welcome back to another edition of Ghost Stories Told from the South. I'm your host, Stephen LeBooth. I hope it don't get too scary for you tonight. So cuddle up, start a fire, get a blanket, get you some coffee or some cocoa, get tucked in pretty good. Sit back, relax, and hit play. And get ready to go on another adventure. A scary adventure. Of the scariest podcast out there. Ghost Stories Told from the South, baby. I am your host, Stephen LeBooth. How's everybody doing? Hope that intro wasn't too weird for you, but hey, it is Stephen LeBooth, your host with the most. I am here, and you're there, and we are ready to do a podcast. Hope everybody's having a great week of work. Knock it off, both of you. I'll kick you outside. Sorry, my studio dogs are in here playing, and they're playing right under my feet, under the computer table. I don't mind if they're in here playing. Might have to kick them outside. Okay. Well, I hope everybody's having a good week at work. I hope you're having a spooky time, whatever you're doing. I just want to say thanks once again to everybody who listens to the show and downloads and all that stuff. So just want to say thank you so much. But it's going good. The show's growing, getting bigger. I hope you're enjoying it. This is episode 92, guys. Can you believe that? It's getting closer and closer to being a full year of doing this. I mean, 2 years. Two whole years. It's crazy, I know. But I love doing it, guys. And I'm just still doing roads. Some of these I don't think I've covered, but some I think I have. And if I have, I'm very sorry. I think after this rotation of roads I've got done ahead for the next 2 episodes after that, I'm just going to go back to just hauntings and stuff. So I'm going to do that, you fine feathered friends. So with that being said, me saying thank you to everybody, let's get on with the first story. Our first story is the Clinton Road. The Clinton Road is in New Jersey. The Clinton Road in New Jersey that has gained the reputation as that of being a haunted road due to the numbers and frequent reports made by many people of what they believe to be supernatural or paranormal activity that spans a time period of well over a century, is an approximate 10-mile stretch of road in the township of West Milford, known as Clinton Road. Many of these experiences have been featured in books, magazines, and shows. When the living clash with the dead and weird New Jersey. Oh, that's some of the stuff they've been in. While there are many reportedly haunted reads across the globe, the road has received a great deal of notification, not only for the stories of the paranormal sightings, but also for the claims made by individuals of activities such as the worshiping of Satan, the practice of witchcraft, and sightings of unidentified creatures. So they got a UCO, an unidentified creature object. Made it funny. Okay, this is some of the ghosts of Clinton Road. One of the more frequent stories is, or ghosts that's been seen is, it's involved a haunting road surrounded by the woods, and located in Passaic County in northern New Jersey. is that of the ghost of a boy who, according to legend, died tragically when he fell from a bridge near. Where was I at? I coughed and missed my spot. Near what many people have referred as Dead Man's Curve. Legend has it when tossing a coin from the bridge into the water, it will be thrown back out by the ghost boy. That would be some creepy shit. I would mind seeing that. That'd be pretty cool. While some claim that they have seen his apparition, others claim to have only seen a reflection of the boy's face in the water. Another story is told frequently revolves around the sighting of a ghost truck. The truck is said to suddenly appear out of nowhere late at night, following closely behind, only to vanish momentarily and then reappear again until the vehicle that it is being followed reaches the main road, where the truck then seamlessly just vanishes out of thin air. So, they got some creepy stuff on this road so far. We've got a boy ghost, where you see his reflection, or you see his ghost, or you throw a coin in the water and he throws it right back at you. And then you got the trucker ghost. Man, the trucker one would flip me the fuck out. That's the one I'd crap my pants. It'd be pretty scary. Okay, this is the Cross Castle. I guess the Cross Castle's right near the road. In the early 1900s, a man by the name of Richard Cross built a stone mansion that became known as Cross Castle. The property was purchased sometime around the era of the Great Depression by the city of Newark, and at some point the structure became partly destroyed by a fire. The situations of this area made it a popular spot for many of the locals in the area, particularly the younger individuals, to gather and camp out or party. Many individuals believe that this was always the site for satanic rituals and witchcraft, found on the walls of the structure that were still standing where were indicated of this type of practice. What was left of the structure was deliberately demolished or raised by the Newark Watershed Conservation and Development Corporation, resulting in only the foundations remaining, that are stories of individuals experiencing strange phenomenon when present at the site. These ruins, such as this unexplained brushing of areas on their body, having strange visions too. So that's a whole area here. This whole 10-mile stretch of this road's pretty haunted. Okay, here's the collision. There was just a handful of numerous stories of unexplained phenomenon that have been told for well over a century, referring to this haunted road. While some of these stories may be simply urban legends passed down through generations of someone, the product of an overactive imagination, given the nature of the isolated area surrounding the road itself. The amount of unusual experiences told by many different individuals suggest that that's a particular location in northern New Jersey may indeed be a haunted road. Well, that was Clinton Road. I hope you enjoyed that little shindig there. That was a nice story. Pretty creepy, pretty weird, but all in all, not bad. I mean, you got a boy ghost that likes to throw the coin at you. See his reflection in the water, and you'll see his figure sometimes. Then you have a 18 truck that fucks with you. So, shit. Then you go to that castle and can experience more stuff. So, go check it out. It's up there in New Jersey. Yeah, that's another thing. Like I said, any of these stories I talk about in your area, get a hold of me on Facebook. Email me. Tell me your experiences, or if you've been there and seen it. I'll talk about it on the show, if it's okay with you. But we will get on to the next story. Our next story is the Coolvillie Covered Bridge. The bridge is in Hastings Creek in Barton County, Kentucky. The Coolvillie Covered Bridge is a beautiful structure that was originally built in 1877 by Jacob Bauer. After several decades of reconstruction, including through dismantling it in 1997, the bridge was reopened to traffic in 2001. And since then, the bridge has become one of the Bluegrass State's better known haunted locations. The many ghost stories about the Coolvillie Covered Bridge tend to confirm to the many tropes attached to the haunted bridge, or to haunted bridges. Supposedly during the 1930s, while two teenagers, while on their way home from the prom, they lost control of their car and died after they plunged into the creek below. Not long after, residents began to see ghostly lights underneath the bridge. Another story that an elderly woman named Sarah Mitchell died while crossing the bridge on foot. Her ghost, along with the ghost of two teenagers, is the reason why many modern Kentucky visitors journey to the bridge at night and watch for ghostly vapors or floating orbs. Pretty creepy. Sorry about that. I gotta wet my whistle. Sorry if I did that on the mic and that was kind of weird. I'm very sorry for being a weirdo scarado. Alrighty. Alright, let's get ready for our next story, boys and girls. Alright. We're going to go over the Hell's Bridge. Northwest of Rockford, this rickety old metal footbridge crosses the Rogue River. And yes, go look this place up. This bridge is like, it's just a metal, just maybe a foot wide, and just looks flimsy as hell. There's no rails or nothing. So, yeah, I'd love to go check this place out. But anyways, it crosses the Rogue River and has been dubbed as Hell's Bridge. Urban legend has it that this is the spot where a man killed several children. Can you hear these screams? You can hear these screams at night and see their faces in the water of the flowing river. That's creepy. Pretty creepy. I have read different variations of this legend on the interstate, but as the story goes, in the 1800s, a man by the name of Ellis Frisky, who lived near the river either kidnapped children or was asked to watch a group of children. They're not for sure. He took them down to the river where the current metal bridge crosses it. They say he was summoned by a demon to murder the innocent children. Either he Either he buried their bodies under the leaves near the river, or threw them into the river to be carried downstream. When the townspeople of Rockford began looking for the children, they found Ellis Frankie's covered in blood and hanged him from a bridge over the the Ragu River. This is the guest of the urban legend. I'm not sure how true it is or any of it's true at all. I looked. This is this person telling me the story. I'm not. This isn't my words. I looked for Ellis Frisky on the Find the Graves, but I did not see him listed there or anywhere else. Well, if he did this to these children, you really think has a spot and they had a funeral for him and shit? No, they probably, if its story's true, they hung him and just fucking buried him. I'm thinking he was a fictional person and a story created it to scare the local teenagers, and it has grown over time, especially on the internet. I think the name of Ellis Frisky was taken from the Frisky Road, which is where the trail to get access to the bridge is from. Well, maybe the road got its name from Ellis Frisky. Did you think of that? I stopped by and visited the legendary bridge, but did not see or witness anything out of the ordinary, other than graffiti on the tree. From what I could tell, it looks like if it's a spot where you could launch a canoe or a kayak. There is a small parking lot with a bulletin board, although nothing was posted on it. It looked like it was meant for public access, but there are houses around, so I did not wander off the trail because I assume the surrounding property is private. So I'm guessing years ago the local teenagers hung out and partied at the remote spot on the river. This is how the legend of Hell's Gate began to grow and grow and grow. Ain't that crazy? Crazy kiddos. Yeah, we go look at this bridge. It's just little bitty no vehicles can go on it. So, oh God, why do I do that every time when I'm moving my paperwork? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let's get ready for our next story, boys and girls. This is the Haunted Bridge in Danville, Indiana. Or Indianapolis, one of the two. I think, yeah. No, it's Indianapolis. No, frick, I don't know. It's one of them. Okay, here we go. Back in the early 1800s, Danville, Indiana had officially became a town. The first, in fact, in Hendricks County. Young couples were drawn to this up-and-coming suburban town. In fact, there was a certain couple that lurked the streets of Danville to this day. The husband, who was a construction worker, and its young bride were in their early 20s. She was a housewife and cared for their newborn baby at home. The couple was happy to see the young mother was frantically seen carefully doing chores or running errands about town while carrying her young baby on her hip. One day the man went to work as usual, building an overpass bridge for the trains that crossed over a busy road. His wife was able to complete her chores early that day and decided to surprise her husband by bringing him a freshly prepared lunch. Excuse me. A prepared lunch for them to share at the construction site. Once she arrived, she was met with the most horrible news. She barely breathed as his co-workers described the accident that had occurred moments before she got to the bridge. Oh, no, not good. While putting the final bolts into the last of the track, a locomotive unexpectedly came barreling towards the bridge. Excuse me, as the warning whistle blew. Valuable tools were left behind as the crewmen abandoned their post and ran for safety. The man knew the tools might delay the train, causing a major accident. So this guy, okay, they left the tools on the track, and then he's like, it's going to cause a big accident. So he rushed back and tried to gather what he could. His heroic effort was curtailed when he stumbled and fell in the path of the steam engine. Jesus, oh man, that would suck. Recovering too late, the young father could barely look up to see the baffled conductor's face before a thousand pounds of rushing steel crushed him to death. His loving wife was upset and broken that she wandered over to the bridge and with her baby in her arms jumped. Oh no! Right in front of everybody. What the fuck? Holy smokes. That's bad. Some say that when you drive under the bridge, you can hear a baby crying, and you may even see a figure of a woman holding something in the shadows. No matter what, no matter what, you should never walk the tracks on May 15th past 12 a.m. If you do, local residents say you will be overcome with an overwhelming feeling of loss and feeling compelled to jump. Ooh, so don't go there. Here's a little bit more information on the old place. The railroad bridge that spans Whiteley Creek in Avon was being constructed in 1907 by immigrant Irishmen. Cement was swirled into a huge vats to make pylon supports. One day, one of the men slipped and fell into one of the vats from a badly constructed wooden platform. He kept sinking deeper and deeper, knocking against the walls of the vat. His co-workers tried to help him, but they could not rescue him. The company in charge of building the bridge did not want to break open the pylon, so they continued the bridge construction, ignoring the trapped person within. Oh my God, what a fucking jerk. Fuck it, keep on building, man. We got to get him out. Oh God. Wow. Since that tragedy, there have been sightings of the workers ghosts stationed in the portals of the trestle, waving a lantern back and forth. To warn you, you silly son of a bitch. A different story tells of a mother who was walking across the bridge to take her infant to a doctor. Unfortunately, she became trapped on the tracks. She stumbled somehow and her foot got stuck, struggling to free herself as a train hurled near. She couldn't escape safely to the other side of the bridge and had to jump off with her infant in her arms. The baby died as she could not safely protect it or protect her precious child and keep her arms around it. The mother, sick with grief, survived the fall. She died a few weeks later, unable to bear the pain of losing her baby. Wow. That's crazy. Now, her ghost is rumored to walk along the bridge on the high edge. Screams are also heard reverting around the bridge and along its arched tunnels. The bridge is silent and dark, filled with cold spots and mystic whirlpools of energy that disconnect the visitors. These tunnels are closed off to visitors, so you can't go there and roam around. That sucks. I'd like to go there and roam around. That would be pretty cool. I think it would. All right, let me whip my whistle, and we got one more bridge. No, I got two more stories. Cool. Well, all right. Let's get it on. Sorry if you hear that in the background. That's my dog outside the door just sitting there being a jerky jerk. Okay. Okay, this is the Egypt Road or the Crybaby Bridge. Now, this isn't one that I've covered in Texas because there's a Crybaby Bridge in Texas, and I've covered it. But this one is Egypt Road Crybaby Bridge in Columbia County in Salem, Ohio. Brenda said if I heard a couple of stories about how you're supposed to hear babies crying when you go to the Crybaby Bridge of Egypt Road. One version is a mom was not paying any attention and her baby fell in the water, and when she went in after the baby, she drowned too. Another story was apparently a young couple was arguing and wasn't paying any attention to their baby. The baby wandered off and fell off the bridge into the creek where the baby died. Now, if you go here when it's dark, you'll hear a baby crying. I guess there's all kinds of creepy stuff going on in these woods around there. I heard something about some satanic cult that creep around those woods too, and also heard a bunch of kids back in the day that killed themselves in one way or another. The woods are creepy. This place is blocked off and the bridge is extra weird. I do not know if it's haunted or anything, but it's definitely eerie and creepy. Okay, that's this chick's little experience. Let's see what it says. The Egypt Road Crybaby Bridge isn't actually located on Egypt Road, but on an old, unusual road off of Egypt Road in Salem near Mahogany County line. The road and the bridge is associated with a couple who once lost their child along this road while stopped at the bridge. Some say the child drowned beneath the bridge, while others say it just wandered off. Whatever the story may say, you'll stay here. They still say you can hear the children's, crying at night. Ooh, so that one's pretty creepy too. Makes you wonder how much of the story's right. But it would be cool to see some stuff. That one does sound pretty creepy. Okay, let's do our last story of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our last story of the night. This is of the Brooklyn Bridge. And yes, the famous bridge in New York. The Brooklyn Bridge. The one and only there. Okay, on January 3rd, 1870, workers began construction on New York City's Brooklyn Bridge. Today, nearly 150 years later, the bridge is a beloved landmark, but it is also haunted. Dozens of spooky stories surrounding the bridge which connects the boroughs of Manhattan and Brooklyn. Some people claim to see these shadow figures floating across the bridge, while others report screams and the sound of splashing water. When alarmed, pedestrians rush to investigate. However, there is no evidence of a jumper. One of the creepier bridge legends involves a headless specter that wanders aimlessly around. The story is even more unvarying when one learns that a cable snapped and beheaded a co-worker during the bridge's construction. That would not surprise me, because back then, building that stuff, we weren't that safe. We didn't think about safety. It was get the job done. If you die, we'll put another one in your place. So I could see that being true. Considering its tragic history, the Brooklyn Bridge's haunting reputation is hardly surprising. Some even call the bridge of death. Designers John Agustin Rebelling suffered a crushed foot after a ferry pinned it into a pillar. He died from a bad infection soon after. Reballing wasn't the first bridge victim. An estimated 27 workers died while making this bridge. Not only that, but when the bridge opened on May 30th, 1883, rumors of collapse caused a stampede which killed 12 people. The Brooklyn Bridge is also a common place for suicide too. Think about it. You jump off that bridge and no one's going to find your ass. I mean, you're just going to be a missing person, because that's a big, deep-ass river there. So I would not see them finding you. You'd probably wash out to sea. So, well, that's of the Brooklyn Bridge. That's pretty cool, though. I've never really read much about the old Brooklyn Bridge up in New York. Well, guys, I hope you've had fun doing this with me. I have had fun recording it for you. Like I said, I enjoy doing this, guys. I'm glad my numbers are growing everywhere. So, hey, it's awesome. Makes a little old boy like me from a little old country town feel special. But thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show today. This has been Ghost Stories Told from the South, episode 92. And I am your host, Stephen LeBooth. Now, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. I've got that all caught up. Go check us out on Spotify, Stitcher, Pandora, iHeart, Amazon. We're pretty much anywhere you can get podcast. But check out our Facebook page. It's Ghost Stories Told from the South. And I think I covered it right there, Skippy Whippies. But you guys, once again, be good, be real, be spooky, be good to each other, and we will see you cool cats later. Bye. You ever look up at the sky at night and look at the stars and wonder, are we the only ones really out here?
Have you ever wondered how much our government hides from us?
Have you ever wondered why so many mysteries go unsolved? What really happens? What's the clues? What's the evidence?
Ever wonder if Bigfoot or Mothman is real?
Then, if so, come listen to this podcast called
What's really,
Really Out There.
And I am your host, Stephanie Booth.
And I am
my
your
father.
co-host, Stephen Booth, Hafaja. And if you're into UFOs, unsolved murders, mysteries, unexplained stuff that happened, urban legends, we're into all of that. Conspiracy stuff too. We go dive into that. So if you're looking for a new podcast that tells that kind of stuff, then you need to listen to What's Really Out There. And we are on Spotify and iHeart and Pandora, I think. But we are pretty much on every platform. We have a YouTube channel too, so go check that out. It's called What's Really Out There. So come check us out. Once again, I'm your co-host, Stephen Booth.
And I'm your host, Stephanie Booth. And this is
What's Really Out There. We'll see you at the next episode, guys.